Ronald, Lenz, 7 scenes at Mobile Monday.
Hi, my name is Ronald Lenz, as you just heard, and I work for Laag Society, a Dutch research lab in the center of Amsterdam, here in the New Markt, but also at the Pakhuis de Zwijger, the warehouse, and we do all kinds of research for culture and arts, healthcare, the public domain and education, and I run the Locative Media Lab, and we've been doing GPS-related projects for the last 6-7 years or so. And so all these projects, at a certain point, sort of merged into a toolkit, a platform, which made it a lot easier in the first place for us to create these projects. I think what makes us a little bit more special, that it's not just about linking content or media to locations. It's a lot more also about possibilities to add gameplay, to add rule sets, to have more ways that people can interact with it, such as sending in pictures that are part of an answer for a task. But just to go directly to a case, this is a beautiful map of New Amsterdam. For those who don't know yet, 2009 is the Hudson year, where we celebrate 400 years of the relationship between Amsterdam and New York, or the US and the Netherlands, and where Mr. Hudson took a wrong turn and ended up in New York. In anticipation of 2009, we created an urban game. And if you would turn your head like this, you might recognize New York already. And overlaid it beautifully with an urban game, where we brought back to life that part of history, those Dutch roots that are there. If you can see here already that there's many landmarks that you might recognize when you're walking around Lower Manhattan, but that you don't normally see or are just a little bit hidden. We created a role-playing game, and with urban games it's a little bit different than it's really not just your mobile phone and playing on your mobile phone. It's really interacting with the environment and using your imagination as well. So we had a role-playing game where you were either a colonial Brit, a colonial Dutchman, or a Manhattan Indian. And the objective of the game was to run around, basically around Lower Manhattan, go up to GPS-based tasks that were catered to the specific role that you had, score as many points, because you needed those later for the second part of the game. But in the meantime, you could also have virtual fights if you were to encounter another character. This is just the interface that we, just to show you how an authoring tool in 7 scenes, what it looked like. We were very happy to have this because of course, the urban GPS canyons that big cities like New York with their high-rise are famous for, or infamous for. We needed to fine-tune a lot. In the end, a lot of happy people running around, and what the most important part is that part of New York that they already knew so well, in the end had a beautiful new meaning. And we did rewrite history a little bit, because how well you did in the GPS game got translated into water balloons and super soakers for the final clash of the titans, and contrary to history, the Dutch actually won this battle. And you got the New York flag. So only 2 minutes left. Of course, I would have loved to have more time to talk to you about how we use GPS games to exchange cultural values between Sao Paulo and Amsterdam, or just did a game in Hong Kong about architecture, or how you could transform the center of Amsterdam into a medieval history lesson, or even about the game we're doing next month in Adelaide about the very first urban designer. But I hope you can, when you go outside after this Mobile Monday, you can try and see scenarios that you would like to see and like to play in a city like Amsterdam with a lot of rich history. So, if you want to reach me, here are my details, and I even have 15 seconds left.